everybody, this is Mike and Lori with Hamburg Honey. Today we're going to be putting queen cells that we reared into some mating nukes we have. There's 2 mating nukes in this one and there's 3 in this one. There's dividers in there to keep the queens and the colony separate. So it has been very balmy and hot here in Wisconsin, 94 degrees yesterday. The bees have been really fussy. It's been really hard working in bee suits, really sweaty and hot, and it's so I'm going to let Mike take over.
So we raised some queen cells in another hive starter that we had. We took some out and did some nukes already. We have 8 left here, so we're going to fill these 5 nukes right here, and then we're also going to throw 2 or 3 more nukes together to use up those queen cells. More hives is always better, we always say. So we'll get started. We're going to start on this 8-frame one. I have it divided into 2 4-frame nukes. So we'll open that up and we'll show you what we actually did here. We don't have inner cover because the way I have the plywood here sits exactly even with the edges of the hive. So when I put that flat cover on it, it blocks the bees from being able to move back and forth. And more importantly, it prevents the queen from being able to move back and forth. So all we're going to do here is make a little bit of room. I got 1 empty frame here for them to work on, keep them busy. And we're going to select the center frame here. You want to put your queen cell on a frame that has some brood on it, and you want to put it up towards the top. That way, if it does happen to get chilly, the bees will form up at the top of the hive and they'll keep those queen cells warm no matter what. So, grab a nice queen cell off of here. And there is a few nurse bees on here from the starter colony. They won't create any problem within this hive. They'll all get along because they're all nurse bees anyway. So you can see we use JZBZ cups. And the easiest way to do that is just stick this top edge right in the top of the frame and push it in to the wax slightly. You don't want to damage the queen cell, but you want it in there so that it doesn't fall out. Then just be really careful when you put this back in that you're not blocking the entrance of the queen actually hatching. And then we'll stick our last frame in here. And that's all it takes. Just takes a minute or 2 per hive. Let's get this next one done right away. We'll do it the same way. We'll pull this inside frame out. And this is again just a frame that they can work on. There's no food or anything on it. The other frames, we put in 2 frames of brood and 1 frame of food over here, so they have plenty of food. Now you don't want your queens getting confused in your queen rearing nukes, so we actually have 1 entrance on this end and then 1 entrance on this end for that hive. So I'll grab myself another queen cell here. You can see they pop right out of there real easy. Keeps you from damaging the cells at all. And we'll do the exact same thing. We will press it in towards the top of the frame, near the rest of the cap brood, to make sure that they're going to keep it nice and warm. Oops, sorry. Then we just slide it back in there and put it back together. Now, one of the hardest things for beekeepers to do is to keep from peeking. So once we put this queen cell in here, it's going to take her another 2 days to hatch, and then she's going to walk around on the frame for another 3 to 4 days. Then she'll spend 3 to 4 days after that on mating flights. If she goes and she mates with up to 15 drones on the first day of her mating flights, she doesn't need to take any more mating flights. So it's rare that she has to take multiple flights if she can't find drones, but if she can't find any, she will go out for several days. The only problem is once it hits 14 days after she's born, she's pretty much just going to become a drone layer, and she's not going to be able to lay any fertilized eggs for you. She's not going to leave the hive after that. So we're going to keep working on these the rest of the evening, and I hope you guys enjoy. Apparently I'm supposed to open up this hive as well, just to show everybody. So let me get a little bit of smoke in here, because there's quite a few bees in this one. This one is actually split into 3 hives, and you can see same concept. I have a divider here and a divider here. This is a 10 frame box, and each one of these has 2 frames of brood and 1 frame of food, so they'll have plenty of food while the queen is emerging, and before they have any new brood that's born, they'll have plenty of food in there. So like I said, we'll keep going, we'll keep working, and I hope you guys get out there and enjoy your bees. Thanks.